What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How the fuck are we? I had to restart this thing. We're only like 4.5 minutes in, but I can't stop eating that potato, dude. I fucking threw some potatoes in the microwave. Nothing on them, just potatoes, dude. It's a good snack. You throw something in the microwave, you got a fucking snack. 8 minutes later, it's easy, dude. You just wash a potato, stab it a little bit, toss it in the microwave, eat it. Get a good source of protein and carbs right there, I hope. At least from what I've looked into, but how the fuck are we, ladies and gentlemen? I am doing pretty well. I wasn't doing pretty well the past couple of days. Um, just because I heard a noise, sorry. Just because I had come back to this fucking shit show. And Jesus Christ, when you come back from Arizona to Iowa, knowing you gotta stay here, like if I just came on vacation, alright, that's fine. But knowing that I live here and I won't go back to Arizona for a little while, that shit sucks. Arizona's a magical fucking place, dude. It's, oh my god, it's mind boggling how insane it is, dude. It's such an amazing state. There's sunshine and mountains and just palm trees, and the people there are fucking amazing. They're nice, or at least the people I interact with. Everybody's nice, open. They're willing to have a discussion. Like it's so close-minded versus Iowa is so close-minded versus Arizona, and it's insane because I grew up here my entire life. I've never been on a vacation like that. I thought vacation was like, oh, you take like I've been off work for whiles, like long bouts of time where oh, I have a week off here, a month off there, this that, but never where I actually took that time to go somewhere and do something that I've never done before. And it would have never been unless Adam helped me, dude. That motherfucker, Adam and Chance are literally the best friends I could have ever asked for. And those two have helped me so fucking much throughout just so much bullshit of life. And I'm not trying to complain here, bitch and moan like my life's hard or nothing, but all I'm saying is I'm trying to give praise to those two because those two they've been with me through everything, dude, and they make it very clear the way my brain works. I have a hard time trusting people. I have a hard time like people, even if they didn't say anything bad about me or they're not thinking anything bad about me or if they don't have anything against me, if they stop talking to me for a little while or something else goes down and I don't know why they stopped talking to me or why they stopped being my friend. Well, I don't know. Stop talking to me or why they are just like maybe they're not even ignoring me. Maybe they're just talking in a certain way and I pick it up a certain way. It's not even about the other person really. It's just the way my brain works is that it's a really hard thing for me to just steady trust somebody. And that's why I guess maybe now that I'm thinking out loud, I've probably just blocked myself off to it. I rarely trust anybody. And like that's why I don't have a very big circle. I don't want a big circle because I wouldn't be able to trust all these people. I trust people to a certain extent because people are predictable and I can usually tell how they're going to act or if I engage them in a certain way how they will handle that. But there's only a few people in my life that I know I can have a debate with and have a discussion, like my dad or Chance or Adam. There's a lot of people I can have a discussion with. My brother-in-law, my sister, that I know that they're not gonna fucking completely disregard me as a human being. You know what I'm saying? And I know most people don't do that, but a lot of people do in our generation, where they sit back and they're like, "Well, this guy's a piece of shit because of what he believes or what he said or this or that," and I'm not gonna be that fucking person. I've been looked at as a piece of shit my entire life. I was an asshole as a kid. I fucking ran around, didn't listen to anybody. I thought I was hot shit. And I've been spending the past 5 years now just trying to become a better person. And that's where I'm aiming, dude. I know I won't be perfect ever, but I want to get as close to perfect as possible. When I'm on my deathbed, I want to see and say that I tried everything in my fucking power to get to that position, and that I was successful in my own right, and that I didn't give up, and that I didn't let my fucking human biases and my greed and jealousy and all this bullshit that comes with being human, I don't let that take over. And I find my way to the finish line in a successful manner. I've raised kids. I've had a wife for my entire, or I guess not my entire life, but 50 years maybe. I've had a fulfilling life, and that's success to me. And where was I going with that fucking rambling? Rambling. Oh, yeah. But, see, I just the reason I treated people like shit was because I don't know this obviously, but I think it's because I felt like I was out of place and I felt like I wasn't being seen or heard and I was being treated like an idiot. And so I treated everybody else like they treated me, which is not the proper way to do things anyway. As a kid you don't know that, but um and so with Chance and Adam, these two motherfuckers, Adam, I've known since fucking elementary school. We've lived next to each other my entire life. I mean, not now, obviously, but my entire childhood. We lived next to each other. We kind of strayed off for maybe a little bit, but we always found our way back to each other. A couple times we probably strayed off from each other, but we found our way back. And both of us have been friends since then. And Chance is the same way. And these two, the reason I value these two so much is not just because they help me, whether it be physically, mentally, financially, whatever the fuck they help me with, right? It's just because I can have a discussion with these two. An actual, this is what this podcast was made out of, was me and Chance talking. And we could sit down and have an actual intellectual conversation about a vast amount of ideas. And we don't always agree with each other, but that doesn't mean we disregard each other as people. If I don't agree with him or he doesn't agree with me, either we talk to each other until we do agree, whether that be Chance or Adam, or we just agree to disagree and that's it. And we don't hold on to the resentment, or there is no resentment really, but if there was, we don't hold on to resentment or hate or any of that nonsense, any negative feelings. Because sometimes, like when we were on this vacation, dude, Adam and I were together for 9 days straight, right? And it hadn't been like that since we were kids. And as kids, I don't remember if we were talking shit to each other. We probably were. We probably definitely were. But this time, it's like, I like it. I don't know. Like, I don't. I guess what I'm saying is that Adam and I were talking like consecutive shit to each other. Like, every day, it stopped event. Like, it wasn't like nonstop, but throughout the day, we'd throw things at each other. He'd throw something at me. I'd throw something at him. And we'd just be talking shit, mad shit the entire time. And what I learned from that is super beneficial to everybody involved. If you are two open minded individuals that are willing to have a conversation and don't get upset, you have to be super close for this to happen. That's why I value Chance and Adam, because Chance and I can do the same thing. We talk shit to each other all day long. But the thing is, we know we don't mean it. We know we don't mean what we're saying. We're just joking. And second, if we do get offended, if the other person does get offended by whatever the person said, then that means that there's something going on in here in that person, not in the other person. It basically what I'm saying is it illuminates a lot of your biases and a lot of your negative ideas that you keep pinned up in your brain, because nobody's challenging most people's ideas. We're all just in our own echo chambers, and we're all like, oh no, I agree with you on this and I agree with you on that, and topics that get sensitive nobody wants to talk about. But the thing is, with me and Adam, and when me and Chance are together, we just fucking go ham. Especially now with Chance, dude. It took me a while to get to that point with Chance because I didn't want to like offend him or make him hate me or nothing. But now that we've developed a friendship that's strong, and we know each other, we know we're not going anywhere. That's the biggest part. And I think that's we'll get to that in a second. That's a whole nother thing. But we know we're not going anywhere. Him and I are going to be friends for the rest of our fucking lives. Same with Adam. Me and him are going to be friends for the rest of our fucking lives. And knowing that, you could say a lot of shit that you wouldn't say to a normal person that you're just going to meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going to go up to a normal person and be like, huh, what are you in the gay parade? They're going to fucking flip out and have some shit to say to me. Even if it's just a joke. It is a joke, obviously. But it's funny. And it tests you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even remember a lot of the shit we said to each other. A lot of it was about vehicles and women. He always dogs on me for the women I've been with in the past. I mean, they're not prizes, but I have my reasons. Like, some of them were bigger than they maybe they. I mean, I don't see it as a bad thing. My bad. I don't see it as a bad thing. I've been with some bigger biddies in my lifetime. I've done some fucking things that I'm not proud of, but that hookup culture bullshit, I'm sick of, dude. I'm not trying to do any of that no more. And I know I've said that before probably, but this time I actually mean it. Because I would get super drunk and then just hit somebody up, and then it's like, especially with somebody that, well, either some, I just see, I think about this shit too much. That's my problem. I can't just go and fuck somebody because I'll start thinking about it. Oh, how are they gonna feel? How do they feel after? How do they feel during? I just worry about what the other person's thinking about too much, and then I get guilty because I don't want to just, like. Here's an example. When I've been in situations where you're just fucking, you know what I'm saying? And hold on. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that potato's biting back now. Oh, maybe it's the Zen. Who knows? Oof. Listen, I've been in positions where you're just fucking, and you're basically agreeing with this other person that, hey, we don't really care about each other enough to develop anything, but fucking's fun, right? So let's do it. And so you're basically agreeing to use the other person with their consent. So both parties are involved and in the wrong. And I just don't like that. Like, the reason I liked it was before, I won't even lie. I did it for a while after me and Maddie broke up. I'm gonna say her name, I guess, but I hope she doesn't get mad at me for talking about her on here. I've thought about that too. I don't want to upset anybody, but I fucked around for a long time after her and I broke up just because, one, I thought she was replaceable, which is fucked up. It shows how fucked up I think. Replaceable. Because, oh, it's just a girl. I can get another girl, right? And this one's nagging me, right? But then there's also, I was a nerd, and there's multiple factors. And then another one was that I wasn't sure if I was capable of it being in a relationship. And that was from the relationship with Maddie because I wasn't capable of being in a relationship. I didn't let her feel seen and heard, and I realize that now because I've been trying to. After her and I broke up, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how the female mind works and how they think the way they do and why they think the way they do. And obviously, it's a broad spectrum because women are all different, just like men are all different. But I listened to a lot of female podcasters, read a lot of books by women, and trying to understand, oh, how do you operate in a relationship successfully? And then I realized it's so fucking simple that my dumbass didn't get it. Like, I just never, like, all they want is to feel seen and heard, dude, and loved and taken care of, and they just want. That's it. It's like being loved. They want to be trusted, and they want to trust you. They want you to hear them when they're talking, and they want you to respond and empathize and understand them. It's a simple thing, really, and I didn't get it before. And I think it's because of the way I was raised a little bit. My dad's a very stubborn man, and he doesn't like to negotiate or he doesn't like to move away from his values, which kind of stunted his growth in a sense, I think. But he's doing better now. He's starting to develop again. Like, it took a lot of talking with him about substances and stuff, but he used to be super against weed and all that other shit. I was too. But then I tried it, and through my own experience, I realized, oh, this isn't as bad as people thought it was, especially just all substances in general, whether it be Xanax or ecstasy or psychedelics or marijuana. None of them are as bad as they let on to be. It's not about the substance being bad or good. It's about the risk and benefit of the substances themselves. And if the risks outweigh the benefits, then you shouldn't be doing it. But if the benefit outweighs the risk, then you should be doing it. Not necessarily should be, but it's a tool to be utilized for a specific cause. If you have pain or you're loss of appetite or Parkinson's or whatever it may be that marijuana has been shown to help alleviate or cure, then smoke marijuana. That's how you should utilize these tools. Same with alcohol. Alcohol is a good social lubricant. That's about all it does. But you shouldn't be lubing yourself up every goddamn day of the week. And I've been guilty of that myself, dude, because I'm not a very social person and I'm not very good at it. But I'm getting better. And that's another thing I learned on this Arizona trip was that I was learning how to talk to people better and how to communicate because these people I would never see, or I may not see him for, I may see him again in my lifetime, but I'm not going to see him for a long ass time at least. And not just that, but I had to. Like, if you're in a new state and you're in a new situation, you can't just bow your head down and like pretend that it's all the same shit. You have to step out of your comfort zone and you have to be able to become somebody that you're not necessarily at that moment. Like I get super scared talking to people, and I get nervous. You know what I'm saying? It gets weird because my brain's trying to tell me to get out of there because it's uncomfortable. Just because it's uncertain. You don't know what's going to happen in that conversation. You don't know. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just talking. But that's why it makes me nervous when I'm with other people just because you don't know. It's like navigating a rocky ocean. You don't know how the fuck it's going to go. You could sink your ship. You could sail to the next fucking continent. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like what it is like sailing before navigation existed. You're just getting on a boat in the water. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You don't know where you're going, what's in the water. You don't know the weather conditions. You don't know any of that shit. You're just stepping in that boat and you're taking a fucking sail. And that's it. And that's basically a conversation. But I didn't understand all this before. I didn't get it. And my mind's been open a lot now. Just from that 2 week experience, it's kind of helped me like utilize everything that I've been learning. Because logic, I've said this before, but logic, or not logic, but learning something and utilizing that knowledge in an experience are two different things. There's a lot of knowledge in my head that I have not utilized yet. It's just sitting there waiting. But when you have the chance to tie it into an experience, it is magical, dude. Especially like here's an example. I listen to podcasts and they talk about mountains, Joe Rogan specifically. Let's just throw that out there. Joe Rogan talks about how humbling mountains are and the sky and the ocean. I didn't get to see the ocean. I didn't get to see the Grand Canyon. We did a lot of shit. But what I did do, dude, I climbed a mountain and I climbed a couple. And holy fucking shit, is that a humbling experience, dude. We think, at least me, dude, let's not even say we. I thought I was hot fucking shit. I've said this before. As a kid, I thought I was the fucking coolest motherfucker on the planet. I thought I was king. I thought nobody could fuck with me. I thought I was the smartest. And being on those mountains, mixed with the conversations I was hearing on those mountains, dude, people were so intelligent and so open and humble. And and then looking out upon the city and onto the cars and onto the people, you realize how fucking small we are, dude. And I obviously, that's what I'm saying. I know all this logically, but experiencing it with my own fucking eyes, it was insane. It was just this magical experience, dude. It was a magical place. And I met some awesome people. I met Adam's grandpa and his aunt. They are amazing people. Very nice, dude. I've never met such nice people in my fucking life. Like, they're just so nice. Even when they would get into like conversational debates with each other, they would never argue. They would never yell at each other. They just have a conversation and that's it. And it was beautiful, dude. It was so fucking beautiful. The plane ride was a different experience too, but it kind of felt more like a roller coaster to me. It wasn't like profound, as not as profound as seeing the mountains and seeing rivers and nature from like looking at nature from above and just being able to look from a high point like that. It just shows you the magic of this fucking planet, dude. And the fact that you can go 3 hours away in a plane from this shitty, gloomy, fucking desolate land called Iowa, where there's only corn and flat lands everywhere. And you can go 3 fucking hours to see mountains and rivers and deserts and just cactus and things that you've never fucking seen here in your fucking life, dude. It was just I can't even begin to describe it. Like I can't describe it. That's why I didn't take many pictures. I didn't do much. I didn't take many pictures. I didn't buy much for the simple reason that I knew I wouldn't be able to fucking explain this experience or fully, like, I can explain it in words, but I can't fully make you inside my head see this because it's so. If you've never seen mountains or you've never experienced a trip like that, you have to. Like, it's just as simple as that. You have to. You can't just stay in your same town for your entire life and just never experience anything because it makes you realize how fucking comfortable you get. I was so comfortable, and I know I was saying that on the last podcast that before I left, I knew I was comfortable. I'm like, God damn, I've been getting too comfy, and this shit has to end. Going and coming back, it's just I've doubled down on that, and I've doubled down on I need a new job. I've got somebody was supposed to call me today about one, but I'll probably text them after this podcast. And then I got one tomorrow. It's so stupid. It's so stupid that we have to use fake piss or somebody else's or be clean to get a job around here. Like that is so fucking dumb. That's like saying, "Oh, you drank alcohol last night, so you can't have this job today." What is that supposed to fucking mean, dude? It's so stupid. Because I fucking drank? Or the fact of the matter is, dude, weed can last in your system for up to a month if you smoke heavy. Maybe longer if you smoke heavy. So let's say I drink like February 1st and like February 23rd, I'm trying to get a job. And they're like, no, you drink alcohol, so I can't hire you. That's everybody, almost everybody in the fucking country, dude. Almost everybody has at least tried alcohol one time. Like, it makes no fucking sense that because what I do in my free time impacts this job. How? How? If I get a DUI or something, I get it. If I'm a driver, or if I fuck up on the job, show up high, and do stupid shit, I get that too. But it's like, how are you going to control what the fuck I can do when I'm not at work? That's stupid as fuck. But besides that, I'm going to be getting a new job here soon. I haven't told anybody at Bago or nothing, but, well, besides Calvin, but I don't want to because it makes me feel bad that I have to leave them because they really are like my work family. And I don't want to leave, but I have to. And I should have never came back in the first place, to be honest, because I mean, I'm glad that I got back in, and I'm blessed that it happened so quickly. But it's never been a foolproof plan, and I've gotten way too fucking comfortable there, dude. Like I've gotten comfortable with doing what I want and not being pushed back on, or my ideas not being challenged there. It's just I can't do it anymore. And that's just that aspect. The financial aspects have always been dog shit. I just made it work till now. I'm still making it work, obviously, but it's not going to work for much longer. I can see it because who the fuck knows where that company's headed? And I don't like saying that, but like I said, dude, when I started in 2021, it was August 2021. I damn, that got me thinking about something. Started thinking about huh, I don't know. What I'm thinking is that I think that me starting Bago was the pushing point for Maddie because I was an asshole when I started there, dude. I swear to God, I'm autistic or something, but the loud noises and being up that early, not eating, a lot of shit that I did to myself when I first started, um, it would stress me the fuck out, and I'd take it out on the people around me that I loved, which was really fucking stupid, and I realize that now. But I just realized that that was a side tangent. But 21, I stayed till well. When I started, it was all right. There wasn't many layoffs. We were getting overtime. Everything was just fine, really. But then slowly it started declining, and I was realizing over time, okay, if it keeps headed in this direction, we're gonna have a problem. And when I would talk to the older people about that, they'd always say like, "No, it always does this. It's always been like this." So it'll pick back up, and I never believed them really. And now they're starting to say the same thing I was saying, and that's what's really worrying is that they're worried about their job security and the security of the company. And I'm young enough to get the fuck out of there, and I don't want to go back anymore. But I am thankful, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities Winnebago provided me. The ability to weld, the ability to meet people that I would have never met, the ability to become more social and become a better person. They allowed me that space to become a better version of myself, and I'm very in debt to that company for that. But I can't let my entire life go off track just because this company did that for me. Especially because it's not really the company itself. The company doesn't give a fuck about me. It's the people there, the job, um, just my freedom, the ability, the freedom I have there is quite insane. Oh, fucking stupid shit popped up. That's my bad. The but Winnebago is more like a it's more like a hangout spot. It's not really a job, unfortunately. I wish it was because I don't want to have to leave it. But it's not paying my bills like it used to. I was doing really well when I started there. Well, kind of well, I should say. I mean, I've never really been good with money, but I'm figuring it out now. I've actually started I canceled my credit card. I fucking just looked into my trunk loan, how much I started with, how much I'm paying, how much I've paid. I knew how much I was paying, obviously, but how much I paid already, um, and the interest rate, dude. And I'm getting fucked. I'm getting fucked so bad. The credit card was like a 39.49% interest rate, and my truck right now is 18.99%. It's fucking insane. And the original loan for my truck was 24 grand for a 2011 Dodge Ram that was at 186,000 miles. That is a scam and a half, dude. But I was 18, I was dumb as shit, and so they got me. They tricked me. I'm like, oh, I need a vehicle. I'll sign these fucking papers. This is why it's so important to learn about finance, especially personal finance, because nobody's going to teach you but yourself, buddy. Unless you got like a financial advisor or somebody like that. These goddamn loan people aren't going to teach you because they don't want to. They want it to be so you're stupid and you get tricked into all this stupid bullshit that you can't get out of. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell my truck and I'm going to pay off the loan, and then I'm going to have to get a new vehicle. hopefully a cheaper one, because I can't do this interest rate and this loan anymore. I don't want a loan, dude. I want a shitty beater. I don't care. I'd rather pay the prices in fixing a shitty beater than pay the prices in my loan and the interest and what I've paid already. Plus, if I get a car, cheaper gas, better miles per gallon. Like, I love my truck, but not enough to fucking stay in this contract that I got here. That truck is gonna need shit replaced on it here soon. It's shoot, I don't even know how much it would be worth. I'm gonna have to look at that because I need to replace the front axle, boots, and something else now. I think because Chance was saying that. But then I think that's the only problem with it, really. The truck runs really well. I mean, it might need a new belt eventually. I want to keep it, but god damn, this loan's fucking me, dude. If you're my age, dude, go look at your fucking shit. Look at your credit card, find it. It might take a second. It took me a second, but you're gonna want to know. You're gonna want to go into your finances, look at your credit card, look at your car or auto loan, whatever the fuck you got. Look at your insurance rates. Look at everything because you're gonna save a significant amount of money if you keep track of all this shit. It's a mess, dude. They tie you up. They tie your arms and they tie everything up. If you don't know better, they will. Because that's all they want is the money. And if you're not financially well off, like intellectually, they're gonna fuck you. And they're gonna take a lot of your money, a lot more than they should have. Just like they did to me. And it's kind of fucked up, but there's nothing really you can do about it. You can't backtrack. Like, I was a dumbass 18-year-old. Somebody hit my car, I flew through a ditch, so I needed a new one. And I couldn't borrow my dad's truck very long, so it was literally like over the weekend. What is today actually? I think it's the third, fifth. It's the fifth. So -5, got 31, -0, 7, 1, 5, 13. 13 days past when I got that loan. That was 2 years. That's interesting. I don't know why I fucking thought that, but I'm gonna think for a second. Trying to think about what else has gone on in the past 2 weeks. The owner of the BFC that I was working for for those few weeks, he ended up paying me while I was down in Arizona, so that was pretty cool. He stuck to his word. He's a good dude. I that's why I never wanted to dog on him or his organization or put it down, is because I know he's trying to build. I can see it. I see the vision. I just We just couldn't see the same vision, and we weren't talking to each other. And if we had sat down, had a conversation about exactly what it's supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like, how he wants it, and also I want to keep doing those in-person interviews. I don't fuck with the webcam bullshit because the person's not actually there. The thing is, like, if somebody's doing something else, I think I've said this, but if they're doing something else, like they're taking care of their kids or they're doing this or they're doing that, and then they have a fucking interview, one, they're going to be stressed about the interview because they got other shit they need to do. Two, they're not going to be fully there mentally because they're not fully there in person and they've got other things they're worrying about, so it doesn't come off as well. And I don't want to do that. Not with this podcast, dude. I want it all to be in person because it just seems a lot better. And it'd be like if I was recording this solo pod through like a fucking third party app. Hold up. Somebody's calling. I almost did not answer that phone call, but thankfully I did. It was a job interview for a construction company. Half the jobs I apply for, I don't even know what the fuck I'm applying for, dude. I just apply and hope for the best because I just need another job. I don't care what I do as long as it's enough money. I'll do anything really, but yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Hopefully, hopefully I get hired somewhere else. I think it's gonna happen. Either tomorrow I'll get hired somewhere else, or with this company I'll get hired somewhere else, or regardless, it's happening within the next few weeks. I'm gonna have to, and I'll probably tell Winnebago when I leave, tell my supervisor and lead I'm never coming back. Just because the last time I left, I fucking just dipped on him, and I didn't tell him, and I kind of felt bad about it. But not really, just because I didn't leave them really. I left the company, and I'm gonna have to do it again, even though I don't want to. I love the company. It's just not in its former glory anymore, and it never will be. So I should probably get out before shit hits the fan too bad. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm just thinking now. What else is there? What else did I do in Arizona? Climb some mountains, dude. It was fucking sick. I love climbing mountains, dude. I'd do that shit every fucking day if I could, dude. It was it's so exhilarating, and it never gets boring because you're constantly looking at rocks and all this shit because you have to avoid it. You have to. I think I did twist my ankle. It just wasn't as bad as it usually is. I twisted it a little bit because Adam dropped me off at the mountain, and he went to go get breakfast because he didn't want to climb the mountain again because he wanted to climb a different one, but it was too packed. And so he took me to this other one that we had climbed the other day. It was like 5 miles up that mountain, dude. It was fucking sick. But um, what else? Oh yeah, I started running immediately because Adam's like, "You got 45 minutes to get up there, 45 minutes to come back down." And so I just started booking it, and I fucking twisted my leg or my ankle. And I was like, "Do I keep walking up this mountain on this ankle, or do I turn around and bitch out?" I was like, "I'm never gonna get. Oh, not never, but I don't know when the next time I'm going to climb this mountain is. So I have to." And so I did it. And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't bad at all. I got to the top, and weed's legal in Arizona. So, you know, your boy had a pen. And I was sitting up there on the mountain, dude, and I started ripping it. And those are probably some of the best smoking sessions you could ever fucking have on an Arizona mountain, dude. It's fucking sick. There's palm trees and rivers and fucking gorgeous. Just a beautiful state, and I wish I didn't have to leave. But Adam and I, we almost didn't because we found out like 3 hours before our flight that the people who scheduled the flight on the internet, fucking, they scheduled our rental car out of one airport in Phoenix, and then we had to drive 40 minutes to another one in Mesa to fucking fly out. And we didn't find that out until like 3 hours before the flight because his aunt was like, "Oh, that's a different airport." And we're like, "Fuck." And so we almost missed the flight. And we were kind of hoping we did, to be honest, because then we'd be stranded in Arizona. We'd get jobs out there. Adam and I kept talking about how we would make it if we didn't get back, or if he left me, because he kept joking about that. He kept joking about leaving me there. I was like, "I'll figure it out, dude. I'm not going to fucking just come homeless. There's no way. I'd find a way." They had like 20 buildings in like a, I don't even know. That's a weird exaggeration. It's not an over exaggeration. It's just I don't know how many there were, but they had a bunch of cash loan buildings, and I was like, as I was walking down the mountain from when Adam dropped me off, he went to go get breakfast, and I got up the mountain, still no call from Adam. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll wait a little bit up here. So I started sitting. Then I started to get worried because he kept joking about leaving my ass there. So I'm like, fuck. So I started called like 5 times, and then I started walking down. And I'm like, well, maybe he did leave me here. And if he did, what the hell am I going to do? And I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, I got my wallet on me because that's the only thing I had on me besides the Benjamin. And then I was like, you know what? I'll go get a $50,000 loan because these cash loans places, they kept advertising $500 to $50,000. And let me tell you, if you are ever gonna go get a payday loan, make sure you are on your last fucking leg, dude. Do not just go get one of those loans. And I'm not saying this because I got one. I'm not stupid. I am stupid, but not in that sense anymore because I learned about those. But in payday loans, dude, the loans are racked up to like 300, 400% interest. It's retarded. So you're getting fucked real bad. Like anything above like an 8% interest rate is fucked up. So when I say my truck is 18.9, almost 1810, wait, almost 19, I should say. It's basically 19%. And then my fucking credit card was 39.49%. That's over double. That's over triple. How much? 8 times 3 is 27? Is that right? Is that right? 24? Let me do some quick maths. It's been a long time since I've done math without a calculator. 8 times. Oh, shit. 8 times 2 is 16. So you add another 4. Yeah, it's 24. 24. So, wait a minute. 32 is. Holy shit. 32 times 4. Wait. Sorry. I used to be really good at math, believe it or not, but I'm not anymore because I use my phone for everything. But listen, 8 times 4 is 32, so 8 times 5 is 40. So it's almost 5 times the regular interest rate. Holy shit. It's a good fucking thing I canceled that thing. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Why am I using it? Why am I using it? Oh, that hurts to think about, dude. You gotta, if you're my age, even if you're not my age, look into your finances because it's super important to know this kind of shit. I didn't know it till fucking, what, 3 years after I got the loan? Almost 3 years. It's been 2, at least. And I still got 2 to go on that motherfucker. That's why I'm thinking about selling it. But listen. So we 18, that's 2 times. 2 times. God damn, man. I'm getting fucked. I'm getting fucked so bad. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out. What are we at here? I'm gonna keep going. What else happened in Arizona? We saw some fent zombies in real life, some people on drugs, a lot of homeless people. There was one homeless biddy that I still remember because she was pretty bad. Oh man, that's funny. But we went to some bars, dude. I went to a nightclub. Adam kept bringing me these experiences I've never fucking had before, and it was kind of scary. It's another reason then I'm trying to get over my social anxiety because places like that you can't be socially anxious. But there was one bar I wouldn't even go into. There was way too many fucking people. And I kind of regret it now. We should have went in and just checked it out, but I was just nervous. I didn't want to. But actually, I'm gonna have to end this thing because I gotta go shower, and then me and Chance gotta go on a mission to Mason. So I love you guys.